Imagine waking up tomorrow with a cool $300 million sitting securely in your bank account. I mean, it's the ultimate fantasy, isn't it? No more bills, no more annoying alarm clocks, and absolutely no more worrying about money ever. You can buy literally whatever you want, travel wherever you want, and just completely check out of the daily grind. It sounds like the perfect ending to all of life's struggles, right? You think it's a guaranteed happily ever after. So why do so many lottery winners actually end up completely broke, divorced, deeply depressed, and sometimes even wishing they had never won at all? It's a startlingly common phenomenon, and honestly, it completely defies logic. We look at these winners and think, wow, they have it all figured out. But as it turns out, winning the lottery isn't the end of your problems. For a surprising number of people, it's just the beginning. Let's find out exactly why this happens. In this explainer, we're going to cover the lottery dream, the hidden money trap, the psychology of wealth, the unseen pitfalls, and finally, how to actually stay rich. Starting with Section 1, the lottery dream, and that universal fantasy of unexpected wealth. We've all imagined it at some point, right? You're standing in line at some random gas station, you decide to buy just one ticket on a whim, the numbers are announced on TV, and somehow, miraculously, every single one of your numbers hits. Almost instantly, your phone starts ringing off the hook. The local news wants exclusive interviews, and friends you literally haven't spoken to in 10 years suddenly remember your birthday. You are officially rich. But here's something that might genuinely surprise you, and it's absolutely crucial to understand. Money changes your life for sure, but it doesn't automatically improve it. Instead, sudden wealth often acts like a massive magnifying glass for any existing problems you might already have. If you were stressed out or lacked direction before, well, having hundreds of millions of dollars just amplifies that confusion. And that is exactly where things start going terribly wrong. Which brings us to Section 2, the money trap, and why luxury is way more expensive than it looks. Most people assume rich people lose all their money by just splurging on ridiculous things like fleets of sports cars, massive mansions, and private jets. And yeah, going on massive, unfiltered shopping sprees doesn't exactly help your bank balance. But surprisingly, that's usually not the primary thing that destroys these vast fortunes. The real problem is something psychologists call lifestyle inflation. To put that into perspective, imagine you normally spend about $50,000 a year to live comfortably. Then, virtually overnight, you start spending $5 million a year. That massive jump doesn't just happen from buying one big item. It happens because you simultaneously upgrade your flights from economy to private, your dining from local spots to Michelin stars, and your housing from a standard suburban home to a sprawling, fully staffed estate. And the issue isn't just buying that one initial mansion. It's paying the exorbitant property taxes, the daily maintenance, the full-time staff required to run the place, the 24/7 security detail, and the massive insurance premiums. Every single luxury you acquire comes with a permanent, ongoing monthly bill attached to it. Very quickly, your massive pile of money isn't working for you anymore. Instead, you're desperately working just to keep up with your own newly inflated lifestyle. On top of all that, suddenly, everyone wants a piece of your jackpot. You see, winning the lottery doesn't just change your bank account, it fundamentally changes your relationships. All of a sudden, everyone in your extended circle has a can't-miss business idea they want you to fund. A distant cousin suddenly needs expensive experimental surgery, a casual friend desperately wants a high-stakes loan, and an acquaintance insists you invest in their failing restaurant. Before you know it, people you've never even met are claiming your long-lost family. In this incredibly high-pressure environment, saying no becomes significantly harder than simply spending the money, because every time you say no, it feels like you're personally disappointing someone you care about, or holding back life-changing help when you easily have the means to provide it. Many lottery winners end up giving away millions upon millions of dollars simply because they don't know how to navigate this guilt. They just don't know how to say one simple word: no. Let's look at Section 3, the psychology of wealth and how our brains process sudden fortunes. Here is something absolutely fascinating that behavioral economists have discovered. People treat unexpected windfall money entirely differently than the money they actually went to work and earned. It's a cognitive bias called house money. Imagine walking into a casino with $100 and you happen to win $5,000. You are way more likely to aggressively gamble that $5,000 away than you ever would be with the hard-earned cash you brought from home. It just completely bypasses your normal, logical financial filters. Lottery winners fall into this exact same trap. They think, well, this money came easily, so spending it easily doesn't actually feel like losing. That flawed mindset can burn through hundreds of millions astonishingly fast. Then we've got the happiness myth. Most people naturally believe that infinite money creates permanent, unwavering happiness. it doesn't. Now, don't get me wrong, it absolutely solves money-related problems, which is incredibly valuable. But after your basic needs and all those new lavish comforts are covered, your brain does something kind of annoying. It adapts. That luxury sports car feels totally normal after 6 months. The 20-room mansion? Just another house you live in. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. Humans are unbelievably good at getting used to almost anything, even being filthy rich. Moving on to Section 4, the unseen pitfalls and the dark side of public wealth. When a massive jackpot hits, it often makes you famous overnight, whether you actually want the attention or not. Your face is everywhere online, your name spreads across national news, and total strangers suddenly know exactly how much money is sitting in your checking account. This total loss of anonymity creates a level of paranoia and stress most everyday people can never even begin to imagine. Your privacy simply disappears. Every single new friendship, romantic interest, or business partnership comes with an overwhelming sense of doubt and one incredibly uncomfortable question echoing in the back of your mind. Do they actually like me, or just my money? And then comes the investment disaster. Imagine someone offers you a deal, confidently promising it'll double your money in a year, you can't lose, everyone's getting in. If you've never managed serious wealth before, how do you actually know what's real and what's a scam? Countless lottery winners become prime targets for sophisticated scammers, or they pour cash into businesses they fundamentally don't understand, high-end restaurants, indie movies, sketchy crypto schemes, or a friend's untested invention. One bad decision can cost millions. A few in a row, that can erase absolutely everything. The silent killer behind all of this is a total lack of financial education. Winning a massive pile of money doesn't automatically teach you how to manage it. Imagine handing the keys of a 200-mile-per-hour Formula One race car to someone who's never even had a driver's license. The car isn't the problem, right? The driver simply isn't prepared to handle the machine. Financial literacy matters way more than financial luck. Without a deep understanding of standard budgeting, complex tax law, long-term investing, and risk management, even the most enormous fortunes in the world can disappear in the blink of an eye. Finally, Section 5, how to stay rich, the surprisingly boring habits of successful winners. Now, after all that doom and gloom, I do have some genuinely good news for you. Not every lottery winner loses everything. The successful ones, the ones who actually hold on to their wealth for generations, tend to follow a strict set of surprisingly boring advice. First, they completely disappear for a while to let the dust settle. Second, they hire teams of highly experienced, vetted financial advisors. Third, they create solid, long-term investment plans instead of chasing flashy returns. Fourth, they strictly avoid huge, impulsive purchases in that crucial first year. Fifth, they master the art of continually saying no to endless handouts. And perhaps most importantly, they continue living well below their means. Ironically enough, the people who consistently act like they aren't rich are usually the ones who stay rich the longest. So, what does this actually mean for all of us watching? Even if you never hit the Mega Millions jackpot, there is a profound lesson here for your own personal finances. Money doesn't magnify your intelligence, it magnifies your habits. Think about it like this. If you are highly disciplined and budget well with $100, you're probably going to be extremely disciplined with $100 million. But if you're incredibly impulsive with your weekly paycheck and always living on the edge, injecting way more money into your life simply gives those exact same impulses a much bigger room to grow. Ultimately, this proves that true wealth preservation is a completely distinct skill from wealth acquisition. Real wealth isn't just about how much you earn or happen to win. It is entirely about how much you keep and how wisely you choose to use it. So, if someone magically handed you a massive winning lottery ticket tomorrow, would you actually know what to do next? Because history and human psychology strongly suggest that becoming rich, while exceptionally rare, is surprisingly the easy part. Staying rich? Well, that's the hard part. If you enjoyed this explainer, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe for more fascinating deep dives into money, psychology, and human behavior. And let us know down in the comments. If you won $100 million tomorrow, what is the very first thing you do?